messing with the live bad right now, y'all. Hold on. Okay, so peace, peace, peace. Rising, rising, rising. I say. We in here. We in here with it. Okay, y'all, we back. We back with it. We back. Okay, so peace, peace, peace. Rising, rising, rising. I say. We back at y'all with another video tonight. We back at y'all with another drop, another gem, another download for part 2 to be exact, because I gave y'all my promise and I told y'all I wouldn't do another video after a video with a part 1. I wouldn't do another video containing a part 2 until I did a part 2. So this is the part 2 of the celestial aquatics, as you can see from the title and the thumbnail. You feel me? We're in the part 2 of the celestial aquatics, and we here with it tonight, y'all. So again, I want to give a peace, peace, peace. Rising, rising, rising. I say. I want to give a peace and gratitude to my elders. I want to give a peace and gratitude to my middle age group, and I want to give a peace and gratitude to my peers, with that being your peers 21 and younger, my youth. So, and I want to give a peace and gratitude to my deepest of cosmic love, to the God divine insight. You feel me? As we rise as one. Gratitude to the ancestors, as none of this be possible without them. And then, before we jump into this, we want to set the right vibrational frequency. We want to set the right spiritual frequency. So, we want to give a peace to all the gods and goddesses of Planet Kai. Peace meaning positive energy always creates elevation, or positive enlightenment always creates elevation. You feel me? But with that being said, let's dive right into it. So, like I said, we doing a part 2 of the celestial aquatics. We did a part 1 of this. If you haven't seen part 1, go check that out. It's on the channel, you feel me? Peace, peace, peace. Peace to all the beautiful souls walking in here now. Late night drop, late night gems. But yeah, we did a part 1 of this. If you haven't seen the part 1, it's imperative that you go check that out. You know what I'm saying? We've also, within the part 1 we did of this, we also got very deep. You know what I'm saying? We got deep within that part 1. Within the aquatic celestials, or the, you feel me? So in the part 1, we got deep within the aquatic celestials. You know what I'm saying? 111, I see the ancestors. I see y'all learn peace to the ancestors. But yeah, we did a part 1. If y'all haven't seen part 1, it's imperative that y'all go. It's imperative that y'all go tune in with the part 1, because this is part 2 of the celestial aquatics. And then part 2 is gonna be getting a little bit deeper. You feel me? So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Let's set the right vibration, spiritual. Let's set the right spiritual energy, the right vibratorial frequency. You feel me? And again, with that being, peace to all the gods and goddesses of Planet Kai. Peace meaning positive energy always creates elevation. So let's roll into it. You feel me? And I hope y'all having a beautiful, blissful night tonight. it's so we're gonna jump this one off right here with basically, long story short, and where we left off at part 1. You feel me? Peace, goddess, peace, peace, peace. So we're gonna be basically summing this up where we left off with part 1. You feel me? So part 1, we basically, where we left off at was basically just talking about you know, your aquatic celestials. So part 1, we was breaking down. So part 1, we was breaking down the whole aquatic celestials and the races that attends to the aquatic celestials. We broke that down in part 1. So this part 2, we gonna be, you know what I'm saying, breaking down. Well, like part 1 was more like a, for those of you who haven't seen it, part 1 was more like a it was more like a beginning point. You feel me? It was more like a beginning point. So it was more like a beginning point. You feel me? Part 1. So part 2, just gonna be like to be continued. You feel me? It's gonna be like a to be continued from the celestial aquatics. You feel what I'm saying? So so basically, right? Basically, you got your beings, you got a race of extraterrestrial beings, right? And a lot of us know that, well, a lot of us don't even know about a lot of extraterrestrial beings that live outside of us, but a lot of us are aware that it is other extraterrestrial races living outside of us in other galaxies, you know, and what we know as what they call constellations, right? But in the Celestial Aquatics Part 1, we did a little bit of diving into, you know, where these aquatic celestials originate from. You feel me? So we dived into a little bit of that in part 1. So leading this up right back, following through. This is more like where we left off at. We left off. I'm trying to see, cause I ain't gonna lie, I'm trying to see, because I know I probably ended up talking about something else before I even left off that video. So I'm trying to see, you feel me? But I'm trying to get a good pinpoint here. I'm trying to get a good starting point here, because I don't want to lose y'all. You feel me? But at the same time, this is why it's imperative for you to watch part 1 if you haven't seen part 1 of the Celestial Aquatics. You feel me? But you got these extraterrestrial beings, right? And a lot of us know that, you know, a lot of your, you will tend to notice that a lot of your extraterrestrial beings, or a lot of your species in general, possess a physical trait of arm, leg, and head. You feel me? And you will see that a lot of your life forms take on this physical physique of the arm, leg, arm, head, right? And well, you got a certain extraterrestrial beings that they kind of take on the physical physique, but they're aquatic, right? They're aquatic. They're not solid base. They're aquatic base. You feel me? Gratitude to the new subscriber out there. I appreciate everybody stepping into the live. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody supporting the channel, but stay focused. You got your race of aquatic beings who are not solids, who don't take on solids. You feel me? They appear on solid realms, but they don't take on solids. You see what I'm saying? And these are your aquatic extraterrestrial beings. And in part 1 of this, we broke down a little bit about them, where they're from, you know, how they got here on this planet, because they are here now, you know, and they've been here for a while. But in this video, the part 2, we're gonna be getting into we're gonna be expanding a little bit more into what uh, what are they doing here now, a little bit, you know, like, because what about now? Like, we know about what we talk about, the ancient history, the ancient arts and all that, but what about now? Like, what's anciently taking place now, right? So we're gonna be getting into that too. But before we get into that, it's imperative that you understand that he is gonna be using a reference point from part 1 to so we can get a starting point, so we can just go on off, y'all. You feel me? But yes. So hold on, y'all. Hold on, give me a second. Okay, so wait, hold on, y'all. Let me see something. Oh, okay, so apparently I can just turn off the comments. I didn't even know that, y'all. I didn't even know I could do that. But for me, okay, so the comments still showing for y'all, but for me, I don't even see them. So let's go right into it then. This is perfect. But yeah, so part 1 we left off of how your aquatic life got down here. You know, part 2 is gonna be breaking down a little bit more of your origins of these aquatic lives. You know, your extraterrestrial beings who are aquatic based. You feel me? Because they are not solid based as they appear on solid realms as they do now, which we broke that down. But they also live in the same reality as you, right? And they've been here your whole. Okay, so basically we're gonna be breaking down more of the aquatic, right? Because in the part 1 we broke down the races. Now let's break down the base of the aquatic. You feel me? Part 2. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. You feel me? Let's do it. Y'all know we getting deep, bro. Y'all know it. Y'all know it. Y'all might as well buckle y'all seatbelts and let's take off for flight. You know it. Y'all already knew it was coming. So, alright. Hold on, y'all. Let me get self-situated. You feel me? Oh yeah, and too, y'all. I don't know about y'all, but I intake herbs. And not just cannabis. I intake all types of herbs. Like the mugwort herb, the dandelion herb, it's a herb, it's called mushroom herb, it's just strictly called mushroom herb. It's a lot of herbs that I intake, the blue lotus, lavender, you know, just basic herbs. I'm just listening for y'all. But it's a lot of herbs that I take, other than just brewing as tea. You know, you can smoke a lot of different herbs. You don't just have to smoke cannabis. You know, you can smoke other herbs that don't get you high, but still has metaphysical properties. You know, still has metaphysical enhancements. You know what I'm saying? So don't just be thinking I'm getting high all the time, y'all, because I could be having straight herbs in this blunt. No cannabis in this blunt, it could be straight herbs in here. Just to further strengthen the connection between the channeling of me and the ancestors, you feel me? But, you know, let's get this message out there for y'all. So yeah, we're gonna break down the base of the aquatic, you feel me? Because like I said, where we left off in part 1, a lot of the water that's down here is only down here because of this aquatic life that came from what they call stars, right? At a point of creation. At a point of creation for this planet, to be exact. So you got your normal race, your aquatic normal race, and your normals are extraterrestrial beings that are aquatic celestials, right? Well, we broke all that down in part 1, so if you haven't watched part 1 again, it's imperative that you go watch that before you watch this. Oh, I'm tripping. Well, yeah, no, yes, you can, that's able. You can watch part 1 and then come back to the live, you feel me? But I suggest you to do that before you watch this, because it's not gonna make sense if you just jump into part 2 and you don't even know, you ain't never even seen part 1. I'm talking to the ones who haven't seen part 1 yet. You feel me? For the ones who have seen part 1, y'all already know what's going on. Buckle your seatbelts, let's go for the ride. But you have your aquatic extraterrestrial advanced race, which will be named the Nomos, your Nomo race. But in part 1, we talked about your Nomo race originating from Sirius B, and from Sirius B, they then came to what you know now as Earth, right? And they've been living amongst you now as what you know as your dolphins and your whales, your otters, your seals, and your manatees. Excuse my mispronunciation if I misenunciated it. You feel me? These will be your aquatic extraterrestrial beings that live amongst you now. They came from a Sirius star system of Sirius B. You feel me? But these Nomos, right? These Nomos, they have, although you have a creator of these Nomos were created by another advanced extraterrestrial race called the Anunnaki gods, right? Which most of us are if you have carbon neuromelanin in your skin. You feel me? Although these Nomos were created by us, right? You still have a race of beings that sits a little more elderly, anciently than, you know, some of your Anunnaki gods. Although your Anunnaki gods are the creators of this whole multiverse, right? You got your Titans. You see? You got your Titans. And your Titans sit a little more anciently than your Anunnaki gods. You feel me? They're a little more older as to give you a better reference. You feel me? So you got Titans, right? So although your Nomos, your aquatic extraterrestrial beings, and back on Sirius B, these Nomos don't look like, they don't have full bodies of dolphins, they don't have full bodies of whales, and in their actual true form, they have arm, leg, arm, head, but with the head of a dolphin, but it's not the head of a literal dolphin. They have like you can't say like skin, but they have the features of a dolphin. So they have like a regular head, but they have a head of the features of a dolphin. But they have you know, the Nomos, a real race, aquatic race. You know, this is where the blueprint for your normal fish comes from. The Nomos. You feel me? This is where your mermaids and your sirens come from. They all come from Sirius B. Look at Sirius B as the water holes of the cosmos, the water holes of the galaxies. You see what I'm saying? But your Nomos have a father, right? Your Nomos have a head source, right? But this father of the Nomos is a Titan. And this Titan is, okay, so this Titan is the father of the Nomos, right? But we're gonna further expand up into that. Y'all just hold that thought right there. Appreciate that, God. Appreciate that. I can't see the comments right now off this phone, but I'm looking at the other phone to check the comments. I see your comment right there. Appreciate that. You know, we definitely need it. But to stay focused, yeah. You got your fathers of the Nomos, your fathers of the aquatic, right? Although you got your aquatic beings, right, who are very advanced, very intelligent, but you have your father of the aquatic base itself, you see? So this specific Titan, who is the father of the aquatic base itself, right, once was on, well, is actually in fact still on your planet today as what you know as Earth, which is actually not Earth, which is actually Atlantis. This is the realm of Atlantis within planet Kai, and you sit in the 5th realm of this planet called Atlantis, right? It's 4 realms above you, 4 realms below you. and you sit in the middle realm. And this whole realm that they told you were 7 continents that made up Earth is not true, right? The 7 continents that they told you make up Earth is not true. You're on 7 continents that is all connected, one landmass that makes up Atlantis. Then you have a realm on top of you, 4 realms on top of you, 4 realms below you, right? So understand your realm. And, you know, because this realm, Atlantis, was so high in frequency, so high in vibration, and it consisted of God beings, angelic beings, right? To even be here around those energy cycles, you acquired certain recommendations, shall I say. Like, this is why everything was huge, right? You had so much energy and frequency being emitted to the planet, right? You had so much celestial energy that was being hit, that was hitting the planet. Everything was huge. It's just like, okay, so for basic science, to give y'all a reference in the basic science, it was just like this. Let's say I want more water in this water bottle, right? If I wanted more water in this water bottle, or if I wanted something that held more water, I would have to get a bigger container, right? So if I wanted to hold more water, more mass and more velocity of water, I would have to get a bigger container. I would have to get a bigger container than this. You see what I'm saying? If I wanted, it's like if I wanted to be able to light a big flame and hold it for a long time, I'm gonna need a bigger lighter to hold more and stronger lighter fluid than this, right? It's the same science. So this is why the things on your planet was huge. You feel me? This is why the things on your planet was enormous, because it required this size, because of the how much celestial energy was hitting the planet. You feel me? So you gotta keep in mind this tightening of the aquatic base of the aquatic life itself. You gotta think of it. If these being okay, so think about this. This realm Atlantis never had oceans. What they tell you are oceans, this realm never had an ocean. This realm only had bodies of seas and lakes, rivers, and streams of water. We never had oceans. Why? Why did we never have oceans? Because ocean is an actual titan, is an actual ancient galactic titan, right? Who is the base head father of all aquatic forms. You feel me? And ocean, that titan ocean resides right here on this planet, but he is trapped within the planet. He is face down, trapped onto the planet, right? And this is what the Bermuda Triangle is about. This is what the Bermuda Triangle is about, because they have our titan, they have our ancestor, Ocean, right? Who is the father of the Nomos, the head father of the Nomos, aquatic life in general. You feel me? From Series B. And he is here on Kai, but he is trapped onto the earth, face down. You feel me? So this is why it don't look like. So when you see the ocean today, you're just seeing the back. So when you're seeing the big body of water today, okay, so let me tell you where he's even located. So our Titan Ocean is trapped onto this earth, and he is located where they say the Bermuda Triangle is, right? He is located right within that pyramid of, I wish I had a map to show y'all, Spain, Florida, all the way down to Georgia is the capital of this realm Atlantis, right? So they have placed a pyramid that consists of 2 crystals within it, right? Two of your most powerful crystals that was on this realm is consisted within this pyramid that they are using to hold down our ancestor Ocean, right? So this pyramid sits underwater. This pyramid sits underwater, and this is why everything that goes over it, goes through it, disappears, and they can't even tell you why. This is why anything that crossed through the Bermuda Triangle disappeared, because it's a pyramid under that water. There's 2 pyramids under that water. One is facing up, one is facing down. And then right in between, they got ocean. Feel me? This is what's keeping him held down to the planet, right? This is why when we look at that part of the ocean, the Caribbean, that's why it's that type of blue. And when we're seeing that water, we're just looking at the back of our ancestor, our ancient Titan ancestor, ocean. You feel me? This is why your planet originally never had oceans, because ocean is an actual being, an actual galactic universal Titan that is not even from this planet. So the reason there even is water here, aquatic here, is because of your aquatic beings. It's because ocean is here. And if ocean is here, it's going to be water here. You feel me? Regardless, because it's going to be aquatic beings here with him. And it's going to be aquatic colonies and aquatic dimensions, aquatic realities. You see, this is why they don't let your ass go in the ocean. This is why they don't let you go in the ocean. This is why they even push the agenda to make you fear the ocean, so you don't even want to go in the ocean. Because you will receive a whole different aquatic connection because of who you are, being a carbonated, neuromelanated being, having carbon-12 in your skin, which base of all life's formed from, or the base of which all life creation formed from. You feel me? But stay focused, right? You have so much aquatic life down here on your planet. You have so much water down here. This is why it's more water than land now. 20% land, 80% water to be exact. This is why, because they are keeping the father of the aquatics held right against this planet, right against this realm, with two pyramids. And these two pyramids, the one under the water, it consists of two crystals within it, two of your powerfulest crystals, which is one being lapis lazuli and your other being labradorite, right? This is why your labradorite crystals now have that bluish glow on the inside of them, and that's energy that you can tap into. You feel me? But they ain't gonna tell you that, and they ain't gonna tell you why I got that bluish glow to it. Neither is they gonna tell you why the Caribbean water look the way it do. You feel me? Neither is they gonna tell you why the reasons why they gonna tell you why it's a brown ocean and a blue ocean that don't never mix, and they don't know why. But I can tell y'all why. Why? Because it's our history. It's our true history. It's the true facts. Feel me? So, the reason you even have aquatic matter on your planet now is because you have the father of all aquatic life here that was here helping you war with these people who invaded your planet. They came all the way from Sirius B, right? Which Sirius B stands for Bazufu. So any race that's coming out of Sirius B will be your Vesuvians or your Bazufians, right? But you have it now where on this planet, on this realm, is more aquatic life than it has ever been on this planet. And nobody sees it. Nobody's aware of it. You feel me? Yes, guys, yes. Nobody's aware of it. You feel me? And we got so much aquatic life here than we ever had. Ever on this realm. Ever. Even before they got here. Why is that? Because your aquatic life and your aquatic beings and your aquatic celestials that's coming here are coming directly straight from the Sirius star system. Feel me? What else is in the Sirius star system? Sirius X. What is Sirius X? Sirius X is the headquarters for the grand creators of the whole multiverse. So what beings are those that are the grand creators of the whole multiverse? Those beings will be your Anunnaki gods or your Anunnaki gods. Your Anunnaki gods or your Anunnaki gods, however you want to pronounce it, this shit. You feel me? And they reside on Sirius X, which is the headquarters of all Anunnaki gods. You feel me? So this is why you even have as much aquatic life on your planet as you do now, right? So let's keep in mind that the aquatic life that's even here came straight from the Sirius star system. Again, what else is in the Sirius star system? Okay, so if they're both in the same star system, doesn't that puts them in a lineage connection? Doesn't that put them in a lineage connection, right? So, damn, now it makes sense why we can't talk to the dolphins. Now it makes sense why now it makes sense why the dolphins are even in captivity and being used as entertainment in aquariums. Now it makes sense why they don't let us even go that far in the ocean to even see a whale. Now it makes sense why they make us fear the ocean and tell us they don't even explore it. So we get to think like, damn, if they stop exploring it, you think I'm finna go? Nigga, if they stop exploring it, you think I'm finna explore it? Nah, you sound crazy. This is what they have done. This is why they have done it. You feel me? Wow, yes, goddess, yes. You feel me? No cap. Bentley GT, I would have to say. Feel me? My favorite car is Bentley GTs. Bentleys. My favorite car is any Bentley in general. But stay focused. Yes, goddess. But yes, baffling, right? Yes, definitely. I know, but it's true. Like, this is what they've been keeping from me. This is your aquatic history. Now, to answer our question, why is there so much aquatic life here? Why is there more aquatic life here than there has ever been on this planet, on this realm? Because these aquatic beings that are coming here are very, very, very advanced, and they're helping you fight in this war because they are warring with the same people that you are warring with, right? So they're here to help you fight. These aquatic beings are here to help you fight. This is why it's more aquatic. This is why it's more water than it's ever been on this land. 20% land, 80% water, to be exact. It was never like that anciently. This is why we didn't have bodies of ocean, because ocean is the actual titan, the head fathers of all nomos. You feel me? The head fathers of all aquatic beings that originates on Sirius B in the Sirius star system. So therefore, we only had streams, and we had bodies of seas, and they even tell you this in the Bible. Anytime they mention water in the Bible, what do they say? A body of sea. That's because we originally had bodies of seas. We never had oceans. Feel me? Feel me? This is ancient esoteric facts about your planet and what's going on right now. Like right now. Ancient history that's still taking place and being made right now, in today's day, in today's moment, right now, as we hear, right now, as I speak, right now. You see? But can you see it though? You feel me? Hey, I'm just here to decode what's right in y'all face for y'all. You see what I'm saying? Nothing too much. You feel me? But this is why you even have as much aquatic life here as you do, because they are here for you. They're here to help you. They're here to make you remember, because they know you have been incapacitated. They know how you have been mentally slaughtered. They know how you have been metaphysically warred against on all levels. This is why they don't let you communicate with the wildlife, the aquatic wildlife. Because if you, being a carbonated, neuromelanated being, if you take your ass and go communicate with a dolphin, nigga, that dolphin is gonna literally, because that dolphin soul and spirit was here the moment or in a energy energy cycle of this planet being created, you're going to communicate with them and them read and them further and them. Well, okay, long story short, cause I ain't even trying to lose myself here in a English. You feel me? Long story short, the real reason why you can't talk to your aquatic wildlife is because they have memory that the oppressors know are so far prehistoric to their man-made years, are so far back, you feel me, that if you go communicate with these dolphins, they will tell you, they will start to let you know and start to having you remember who you are, unlocking certain genetics within you, unlocking certain memories within you, unlocking certain abilities within you, right? This is why they don't let us get onto that level with them, because they can do that for us. That's why they're here. But they have not been able to do that because we have not been able to see why they're here. And we didn't even know, and because we have been lied to, we didn't know who these beings were amongst us. We didn't know it was an extraterrestrial race of aquatic beings amongst us, living as dolphins and whales and otters and seals and orcas and manatees. And they always made us fear the mermaids and the mermaids and the sirens, so we never even tried to bother them. Feel me? Whole time they just attack anything negative. Whole time they try to make the mermaids and the sirens and the mermaids look evil. When whole time they just attack the negativity that's in the ocean. They just attack the negative that's in the ocean. They just come after negativity that's in the ocean. Alright? And who has the most encounters of mermaids, sirens out in the oceans? Right. Your people who are out there sailoring, your coastal guards, all them people out there who own the water with a negative intent, negative energy. These sirens, this is what they attack. They attack what's being negative within the water, because let's remind you, what is it? Okay, hold on, because we gotta hit this right quick. We gotta hit this right on the head right quick. Let's keep in mind, we never had oceans on this planet, on this realm. So what is the oceans now that we know? The oceans is actually an ancient, very ancient galactic warrior, right? That is a titan. That is a whole titan. And is actually alive, right? And can stand up, can raise up. You feel me? But they have him held down against the planet using pyramids. And now let's remember, because he is on this realm and he is held down to the water, he's held down to the planet, excuse me, because he's on his realm and he's held down to the planet, let's remember, all the aquatic life that's still within that water is connected to him. So of course, he's still in touch with the nomos here as well. So in that water nomos, your dolphins, your whales. Okay, so now this explains why they say sharks are scared of dolphins. This explains why dolphins and whales are unfucked with in the waters. This explains why whales even go that far down. This explains why dolphins travel in groups and packs. This explains the hole on top of their head. This explains why they still come to the surface and they can still go that far down. Right? This explains why they can telepathically communicate. This explains why they can use clicks and sounds through the organ right here that they tell you is a muscle, right? Called the esophagus, which is actually an organ. You feel me? This is why they do these things, because they are actually extraterrestrial races. They're not animals, right? They're here to help us, but they haven't been able to. And they haven't been able to connect with us, and we haven't been able to connect with them because we have been separated from them completely. Like completely. Like completely. We have been separated from our families in an aquatic life. You have so much family in every density of matter. This is what they keep you away from. You got family in the solids. You got family in the liquids, which we're breaking down in all these parts, in which we're gonna do a part 3. That's gonna be the last part of this, of these normal races. You feel me? But you got the gas, right? I mean, you got the solids, and then you got your liquids, and then you got your gas and your plasma. You feel me? It's beings and lives and realities on each one. You feel me? When we're talking about our nomos and our Titan ocean and our aquatic matter in general, we're talking past this physical matter. We're talking past the physical body. We're talking past these physical. We're talking past all this because we're moving up to liquids. And then once we start talking about the spiritual realms, the quantum realms, the astral realms, that would be gas, right? And now we're talking about the full dark matter energy, the full photon energy, that's plasma. You feel me? This is why you can drink water now, and water give you a whole, this is why you hit the water cold, room temperature, it don't matter. You hit the water, it's like you taking in life itself. It's like you drinking life. You feel me? This is why, because water is actually alive. Water is actually not even from this planet. It's not even from this realm, right? This, what you see right here, is not even from here. It comes from this right here. It comes from Sirius B. And the only reason we are seeing this now is because it is the grandfather, no, not even the grandfather, but the father, the head father of this matter, of this right here, is on this realm himself right now. You feel me? And so are other aquatic extraterrestrial beings. This is ancient divine history. You feel me? We're gonna come at y'all with a part 3 of this. I hope y'all taking a lot from this little short drop. This is a part 2. The part 3 we getting fully deep. That's gonna be the last part. We're gonna finish it off. We're gonna top it off with the, you feel me? What's I'm talking about? Everything y'all gonna need to know about these normal races, about this normal race in Series B. We're gonna top that off in part 3. That'll be the next video for y'all. I hope y'all caught everything y'all needed to catch for this night. Rewind the video if you need to. Go catch some more. Rewind it back to catch some gems again if you need to, whatever. But know that the water on this planet is not from this realm. The water that's on this realm is not from this realm. The water that's on this realm possess ancient extraterrestrial beings that are here to help you, that are actually a part of your family. All right.